Hey guys, welcome to the February review for Season 12 in the Liverpool save. And here we go, jumping right into the league here. And as you can see, for like the first time in God knows how many years, we are not first. Man United are. Um, and yeah, I mean, at the moment, okay, just to take the whole picture into account here, if we're looking at it, United are top by 2 points. They have 2 games in hand on us, which could prove fairly big, big games. Um, and obviously Tottenham are behind us, City are behind us. Tottenham especially, they could knock us down to third. Now you're thinking, whoa, I thought you were breezing these leagues over the last few years. Why on earth are you not first like usual? You're bad, job. You're terrible. Well, basically, it's a combination of Man United actually doing, and Tottenham for that matter, doing really well, and us sort of stagnating a bit, just a little bit. Um, but I'll get into that in a minute. I'll show you the transfers then, who we've brought in. And the first one, right, okay, players to go. Um, Managed to get over nearly £20 million from this. Was really interesting. 2 players, Parnaby, who I thought had a future, just wasn't good enough in the end. Now, Pierre St. Louis, I did sell him in the end. He really was just too much of a problem child at the end of the day. I mean, as you can see, when he made 20 points, you're thinking, well, what's wrong? What was wrong with that? His average rating's fine. For those who have seen the previous videos, he cost us several games. And I'm like, I'm not playing him. I don't want him in the team. I have a better left back. I want another left back, and I've managed to sign another left back since then. But he was okay. He was just too costly in the end, so I ended up getting rid of him. Julian Otto, he was too. I don't know if you've been following. I signed this guy. I really had high hopes of him. He was here for quite some time, 6 years in fact, but he just look at his average. I mean, okay, his average ratings after a few games. I mean, can't really judge that. But again, he just quite wasn't good enough. Just not good enough, to break into that team. I mean, he's not been able to find. I mean, I think I've just literally just released him, so he's not found the club yet, which is good. But no, he just kept moaning. He was a whinger, and I just thought, forget it. I'm leaving you. And finally, Cremona. This was more of a. I didn't really want to sell him, but Roma put this big bid in, this £13 million bid, and for some reason I accepted it. I can't remember why. He was good, and he really did actually look good. I mean, his average rating's really good there actually, but he just, I don't know, lacks something. It's not maximised. He just lacks something. He again a bit like St. Louis, he was a bit inconsistent. He couldn't step. I mean, now he's only 22, but he couldn't step up to the big games. And at £13 million for, I mean, how much did I buy him for? 3 million. I made a profit of £10 million on him. I thought probably a bit stupid, but whatever. I don't know. I had the team, I had the players there, and I was happy. And happily, I have managed to replace Cremona now. Excuse me, Cremona. Now I'll go over a few players that I've brought in. This one, Ed Gibb from Aston Villa. He's only 17. He looks really good. He has potential to be a quality player again as a striker. That's according to Carragher. Let's do it to Xabi Alonso. C5 star potential. He three and a half star potential ability there, as you can see. I never know what the silver stars. I think that's their ability at the moment, isn't it? That's current ability, yeah. At the moment, he'd be a decent player, but he could lead to be a leading Premier Division striker. And let me just show you here real quick. Which one is it? He's played so far. These are all for the under 18s. He's scored 15 goals and 14 assists. Now that's impressive. I'm not gonna. Yeah, let's show attribute change as well. I mean, he's had a few decent attribute changes. His finishing does need to go up a bit, but he is only 17. But he's a nippy little fella, and he looks quite good. So I might start implementing him into the team 1 or 2 times. Wout Langeveld from Holland. Left back, again, I'm in my perilous struggle for a good left back. I may have found him, hopefully. He's only 21. But again, potential player at a similar level as Pedro Acosta, 3.5 star potential. And yeah, I'm really happy with him. He looks good. He's actually broken into the first team already, nearly £10 million. So I'm hoping he should bloody work. And he's looked good. He's okay. He's not been bad at all. Whether obviously he'll work or not, I don't know. We're made to see. We'll come back to Guyan in a minute. Actually, no, we'll do him now. I needed a midfielder. Johan Gorkov is going to be retiring at the end of the season. I was recommended this guy. I had something stupid. I ended up, because of the sale of Cremona, I had about 140 million, and I was like, well, I've got 40 million pounds here, and that wouldn't even scratch the surface. Well, it'd scratch the surface. That's about it. It would scratch the surface of the transfer budget, and I thought I might as well buy a beastly, very young midfielder, and this guy fit the bill perfectly. Aaron Guyan. As you can see, he's top there as a centre midfielder, as a attacking midfielder as well. He's not the great, but again, it's Jamie Carragher, who I will be sacking, or not sacking. I think his contract runs out soon. So, as you can see, Alonso, the attacking one, he's a very good coach, Alonso. I would recommend him. Also ask Dov Burrell, again, who's a vet. Dov Burrell, I'm probably going to come back to him in a future episode. I think I'm citing up maybe as my new assistant manager once Carragher goes. He's the guy who mentored and tutored Lionel Messi through the Barcelona youth. I think it was, just say youth academy. And as you can see here, he has potential to be a key player for the team. So I thought, I'm having him. I'm having him, not matter the price. So 40 million, scratch the surface a bit of transfer budget. I was happy enough with it. We move into the January signings, 2 signings. We'll come back to more in a second. We've got Maloney, who is from Italy, another Italian midfielder. I've got so many central Italian midfielders. And again, to be fair, I'm going to stop asking Carragher. That's Burrell. He's only, for his ability comparison, hasn't got. Have we got any potential? Okay, we don't, but okay. He looks good. He's looked good so far in the under-18s. He's only made a few appearances, as I say, but from what I've seen of him in the under-18s, he looks quite decent. So again, his stats are pretty good. He's looking at these stats, he seems quite good. So I thought I'd take a chance on him. He was recommended by the scouts. And finally, Simon Moore from Arsenal. This is twice now I've sort of taken advantage of Arsenal misjudging their centre-backs. I've taken Tom Wheeler ages ago, and now I've got this guy who's a great defender. He's how big is he? What is he? 6'7". Look at him, he's huge. 6'7". That's big to crouch. His jumping's 20. His strength, he's huge. Positioning's really good. His work rate's fantastic. That's Dirk Kuyt. His heading's really good. And yeah, tackling he's pretty good as well. Passing's not bad. Marking's pretty good. So big, strong defender. I was like, I'm having him. Again, Carragher's defending. Okay, hang on. Daniel Agge, really good. He's only 21, as I say. Moore isn't far from Pedro Acosta. Pedro Acosta's not a centre defender. He's a left back. He is my left back. And Kajir, the reason I brought him in for 9 million, I thought that was a bit of a bargain. He was unhappy at Arsenal, and I was like, okay, I'm having him. I thought, okay, well, I've got Kajir here. Or Kajir. I never knew how you spell Kajir. Pronounce Kajir. He's 33 now. He's getting on a bit, and I need another British player, and he fit the bill perfectly. So I was like, fine, I'm having him. I'm having Simon Moore here, and he's been okay so far. Has he even played actually? Yeah, he's made one appearance. He looked alright. He started again at Celtic. It's that Celtic thing. They're really, really good. I want to see if there's any. I'm actually tempted to scout this whole club. Get Damien. Actually, no. Robin van Persie is actually a really good scout. I would recommend Robin van Persie as a scout. His judging player ability is like 20. His potential is 19. Yeah, I'll find one of his stats. Actually, no, we won't. We'll go over the fixtures for this season first. So they're the players are brought in. And also, at this point, we moved to the new stadium, the Judd Park Stadium, which, of course, is a bit ridiculous in itself, calling the stadium after a manager, but there you go. So the Community Shield, then to the Community Shield. We had a quite simply incredible start here. Carlos Vieira with a hat-trick, Cadillac with 2 goals as well. 7-0 in a Community Shield. That's coming close to the record, which I believe is like... The record's like 8-4, I think, Man United or something, or Man City, who won like in the 50s. They scored 8 goals, we scored 7. Alcalde with a goal, but Fierro, let me tell you now, Carlos Fierro, he's been out of the action for a couple of seasons here. He's been overshadowed by Goetz and Fredinho and even Cadlech at times. Not this season though. He has been on fire. So we got the Community Shield there. Hammered Newcastle, which is something we can't say in real life, unfortunately, at the moment. Anyway, again, but then he followed up the Community Shield with another hat trick. This time at Millwall. Don't even ask me how he's done that. And we played Chelsea at home 4-0. He didn't score this time. Alaba got sent off, unfortunately, but Cadlech won a quite good streak. And again, you're thinking, well, this is just too easy. What do you mean you're stagnating? Well, let's see, go to the goals there. This is when things went a bit weird. Now, 6-3 against Tottenham. Vieira with yet another hat trick. I've not seen him do this for ages. And yeah, we have some crazy games here. As you can see, we took the game to Tottenham, but they, suppose, dominated. We had more shots on target, only 2 that were on target didn't go in. And yeah, it really was quite unbelievable. And Fofana, obviously, it was 6-2. Fofana got the goal in the last minute there. But it was quite incredible. This was when things went a bit weird, because we then played Newcastle again, this time in the League Cup, and they beat us 6-2. J. Emmanuel Thomas. Now, I don't know, I think this will probably be... this I don't think I've... Actually, I'm not sure. Actually, forget that. I was going to say something. Never mind. This guy's a beast. I always recommend him. He's got a strange haircut, as I've mentioned before, but honestly, he's a he's physically good. Technically, he's not bad. He can play. Good God Almighty! I don't know if that's because he can. I don't know if that's just happened over time, but he can play almost anywhere on that field, judging by that. I haven't got a report, unfortunately, but he is very good, and I would recommend him. He tore me apart. He's torn me apart several times. He was a beast with Cadlech years ago when Newcastle had him, and he scored a hat-trick here, and they were just unplayable. Tore me off the park, this one. And to say, things went a bit weird from here. We drew 1-1 with West Brom, and this is when certain strikers starting to go a bit. We lost to Sunderland. This friendly at AFC Liverpool, I just did it. I originally wanted to have one final game at Anfield versus AFC Liverpool, because I'm funny. But unfortunately, that was on the day. The only available day was the day we moved into the new stadium. So forget Anfield now. Anfield doesn't exist anymore. Our last game there, the final game at Anfield, was a 3-0 victory over Marseille. Goetz and Ferretti with the goals. Let's have a look at the last ever Anfield goal then. Shall we do that? We lost to Sunderland, I'm sure there, but that was at the Stadium of Light. It is about this time now where a lot of big clubs do tend to either move stadiums or renovate to insane, capacities. And there is the final ever goal. Lovely link-up play there. Final ever goal at Anfield, apparently. There you go. And we played AFC Liverpool. Now, this was during an international break. So we had loads of youngsters out. Smith, McCoy. Rayner played in goal, but it didn't really make much difference. It was 3-0. It was a stupid game. And then the first game, competitive game at Jump Park, was a 6-0 drubbing of Birmingham. Vieira with a hat-trick, as ever. I was speechless at this point. I truly was speechless. I mean, you can hear it in my voice. I'm still speechless looking back on it. He went completely... Oh, God, I can't describe it. He's incredible. He played Celtic first European game at Jump Park. Not another hat-trick, but Hussein Al-Sayad from Egypt got the pleasure of scoring the first goal at the new stadium, which I don't even know where it is, and actually say where it is, never mind. But Vieira once again on the score sheet. And the second Premier League game was a 4-2 goal, this time Vieira getting 2, just the 2. Jerry Moore, who I'm very interested in signing. He's only 24, he looks very good. I may go for him very soon, possibly in the summer. Then we played Man United at Old Trafford. Just check this out. I don't need to say anything else. You just read that. Cardozola put us in the lead. They get a penalty. And then, 93rd minute, this happens. I'm not even going to commentate this. Yeah. Anyway, we played Celtic Park, 0-0. we just kept going on here. Champions League group, as you can see, we had some good results then, and we qualified with Marseille. Played Celtic. I really do like playing Celtic. I am considering doing a Celtic save in the future. That'll be my last save. Because I love Celtic, I think, or Rangers. I don't know. I might do Celtic or Rangers. I might do like a thing for Rangers. I love the two in Scottish football just to do them. Because Celtic, in particular, that's why I said Celtic first. Was because they produce a lot of good youngsters. Their youth academy is quite good, so I thought I might go with them in the future. And we had this one against Lech Poznan here, of course, famous off the Poznan. Kenny Smith and Trevor Cooper, two youngsters, got the first goals. It's fantastic. I think is he from Liverpool? I don't think he is. I think he's from where is he? He's from Runcorn. That's not Liverpool. that's like saying he's from. I'll start again. That's like saying I'm a Manc, even though I'm from Salford. Yes. Anyway, moving on. I don't know. Played Arsenal again. Kenny Smith happily did score again. He is not actually a good player. Don't let these goals for you. He's not very good. I had to play because of injuries. We had a lot of injuries. Reports say isn't good enough for the squad. So says Carragher. What about Burrell? Isn't good enough. A good Premier. Good. Chances are he's not gonna make it, but you know what? Fair play to him. He's got it. He's got a few goals. In fairness to him. Then we went to St James's Park, 2-1. Pedro Acosta in the last minute. J. Emmanuel Thomas though again. I tell you what, he is an infuriating player. Incredibly infuriating player. But Pedro Acosta with the last minute goal there, I was so happy with that. I tell you what, that was really, really nice. 3-1 then at the Merseyside derby. Guess who got the goals? No, it's not Carlos Fieri. He was injured. He really is a bad crock, Fieri. After to watch his injuries. Ericsson, Bender, and Goetz. And then we played Man United. Let me just do this one. Okay, we got Man City first. Okay, that was a different game. Never mind. Man United in the FA Cup as ever. I think I went over the League Cup actually. Hang on. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I did go to the League Cup. It was Newcastle, so we're not going to win the League Cup. We had the third round. Alaba put us in the lead, but Van der Plas, who's a very, very good player, only 20s, good Dutch lads, very good, equalised for them. But then we played them in the replay. This was batshit crazy game. This. Okay, so we started off. Verman, the Australian youngster, wherever he is, regen, put through his own goal after 2 minutes. Then AU equalised. And then Rodriguez, I'll show you this goal. What a goal this is. Thumped them into the lead right on half time. Then Goetze, in the 63rd minute, scored, which is quite rare because he doesn't score that many for me, Mario Goetze. He's not that great at goal scoring, but he's a very, very good playmaker. But what a goal this is from James Rodriguez here. Bang. I'll give him that one. That was a great goal. And then Claude Oliver here, which I'll show you now since we've loaded, he scored this. And I thought at this point we are down and out. But happily, and I say this was one of Cremona's last games actually, he did this for Trevor Sadler with a banging header. And I just described someone as banging, dear me. It was 3-3, then the last minute, sucker punch to Man United there. And then we won on penalties. They were again terrible with their penalties. Joe Legion, Cremona missed. I think that might have been a reason why I sold them. Not really. Yeah, they were rubbish with their penalties, to be honest. But then again, so were we. The last goal scored was Guyan scored, and then 5 penalties later they were all missed. Rubbish. So we got to the next round, and then this was where things really went badly. We lost 3-0 to West Brom. We got absolutely trounced here. Let me see. Actually, let me just have a look at the stats. Cremona was awful. This one was one of the reasons what led me to sell him. He was really going through some bad form at this point. This guy called Forrest was really good. Fredinho really had no impact in this one. He was rubbish. 5-3 against Wolves in the FA Cup again. Lescott scoring. He's a really good little player from Lescott. He's an attacking midfielder. He's really good. And then finally 2-0 at Tottenham. Rui Silva with the goal and Fredinho finally gets his goal. Now, this, I'm trying to think which one was it. I think it may have been the 6-2. Yes. Now, I'm really concerned that Ryan Rayner, who is retiring at the end of the season, when he goes to retire, and we are left with Courtois in goal. I'm thinking maybe he's not all that great. Yeah, 4.7 is rating for this. Now, it's not because he conceded 6 goals. He was bad. I mean, terrible. I actually subbed him. He was having that bad a game. I subbed him. 58 minutes for Pepe Reina. How many goals did he concede after that? 1. I'm trying to think which goal. I'll tell you what, I'll show you the highlights of this because it's such a mad game. But I just want to give you an idea of how bad Courtois actually was. So I may invest in another goalkeeper. I don't know yet. I'll have to see. Apologise if you can hear some banging, by the way. I think I've got some birds on my roof. Anyway, so a bit random there. But yeah, these are the highlights of this game. Yeah, look at... Yeah. Don't even know what Courtois was doing there. Immediately, literally immediately from the kick-off, so that was poor. Really, really bad. Excuse me. Really bad performance by the goalkeeper. I mean, they were pretty terrible. Everyone was pretty terrible. Alcalde was pretty ineffective in this. He let me down. I think I'm actually selling him. Or, yeah, I think I am. And as you can see, again, pretty damn quick. This was pretty quick as well. And I thought, oh dear, we're going to have another one of those things where we're going to lose like 10-0, and then Courtois. I thought he dropped that then. God, I was going to say. But see, there's something about Alcalde. I think I'm selling him. I made a profit on him. Because I bought Alcalde for free. And I think I'm going to sell him for like 9 million, so that's like not bad, you know, considering how. See, Courtois really should be saving that. And yeah, I thought, fuck it, just sell Alcalde. He's not that great. He's stagnated slightly, but you know what, he's still not good enough. But these, I think, these are goals. I think we had 2 goals. There's also one of his final games, and Rui Silva there, who's actually really good. Actually, I think I've underrated that lad. And I thought at this point, oh, there might be a chance of us coming back into it. But as you can see, Alcalde, poor play by him again. And if I'm, oh dear me, I'm going to be honest, cost us several goals. Alcalde, obviously, I'm not going to directly blame him for this because of his poor shot here. But you know what I mean? Look at that. I find players can chip far too easily on this. I've never, honestly, I mean, how many times have you seen a Philippe Albert style goal in the Premier League? To be honest, the goalkeeper should have done better there, Jalalesia. He's been poor this season, Jalalesia, so far. But you know, how many times have you ever seen a Philippe Albert style goal in the last 15 years? Can't imagine too many. I mean, I know Rooney does them occasionally, but apart from that, there really is. It happens far too often. The chips, you know, little delicate chips, and I've literally seen Wayne Rooney do it like two or three times. And there you go, Emmanuel Thomas again. Absolute twat. Absolute twat. Absolutely horrible to play against. And as you can see, Courtois had an absolute shocker. So, and I think, yeah, that's it. So, there you go. That is the story of the season so far. Who are we going to be playing in the Champions League? We are, in fact, going to be playing Atletico Madrid once again. And Southampton in the 5th round of the FA Cup. So, there you go. That was just me rambling for a bit. We played the Police Union. I don't know who scored here. I don't even play the pre-season. Oh, okay, yeah, the Police Union. I just like the names. And let's go over the player stats then. So who's doing well at the moment? Pat and Thomason, very predictable. Book Fiero with 18 goals, as you can see. Ericsson with 9 assists as well. Let's go over the goals. So Fiero out and away with 23. Goetz with 17. Sadler with 8, Kadlec with 8, Silva with 5, Fredini with 5 as well, it's not great from him. And yeah, so that's it. So I think we're in that transition period again where I've got to change the team up and stuff. So anyway, I think that's enough from me. I thank you very much for watching. Give the video a like, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.